The geopolitical landscape of the Mediterranean Sea has undergone a profound transformation in recent years, shifting from a relatively stable maritime environment into a crowded theater of strategic competition. Within this context, the concept of the Mediterraneo Allargato, or Enlarged Mediterranean, has become the cornerstone of Italian naval doctrine, necessitating a fleet capable of projecting power far beyond the Strait of Sicily. As nations scramble to secure maritime interests ranging from energy pipelines to trade routes, the emergence of large-deck aviation platforms has become the ultimate symbol of national power. Two vessels in particular currently dominate this conversation and represent two divergent philosophies of naval warfare. On one side stands the IDS Trieste, the future flagship of the Italian Navy, representing the pinnacle of traditional high-end European naval engineering. On the other stands the TCG Anadolu of the Turkish Navy, a vessel that has garnered global attention for its unique adaptation into a drone carrier. While both ships operate within the same strategic basin, a deep analysis of their technical specifications, operational doctrines, and integrated technologies reveals that the contest for maritime supremacy in the Mediterranean is defined by a clash between established technological dominance and asymmetric innovation. The physical presence of these vessels offers the first point of divergence in this strategic comparison. The ITS Trieste, constructed by the renowned shipbuilder Fincantieri, is a testament to the Italian industrial capacity to produce massive, complex combat systems. With a full load displacement reaching approximately 38,000 tons, the Trieste is significantly larger than its Turkish counterpart. It is not merely a landing helicopter dock, but a flexible instrument of sea control designed from the keel up to operate as an aircraft carrier when required. The design features a twin-island superstructure, a configuration similar to the Queen Elizabeth-class carriers of the United Kingdom, which optimizes the separation of ship navigation and flight operations. This architectural choice enhances survivability and operational efficiency during high-intensity combat scenarios. Conversely, the TCG Anadolu utilizes the design blueprint of the Spanish vessel Juan Carlos I. With a displacement of approximately 27,000 tons, the Anadolu is a formidable asset but lacks the sheer volume and purpose-built redundancy of the Italian vessel. While the Turkish industry successfully customized the platform, the Trieste remains a wholly indigenous creation, reflecting a complete sovereign supply chain that allows Italy to maintain and upgrade the vessel without reliance on external design authorities. The defining characteristic of any capital ship is its offensive punch, which is primarily delivered through its air wing. Here, the technological gap between Rome and Ankara becomes most apparent. The ITS Trieste is engineered to operate the Lockheed Martin F-35B Lightning II. This short takeoff and vertical landing aircraft is a fifth-generation platform equipped with stealth capabilities, advanced sensor fusion, and supersonic speed. The presence of the F-35B transforms the Trieste from a mere transport vessel into a strategic strike asset capable of penetrating advanced enemy air defense networks. In a hypothetical confrontation or a NATO-led coalition operation, the air wing of the Trieste provides Italy with absolute air superiority capabilities that no drone system can currently match. The ability to deploy a fifth-generation fighter at sea places the Italian Navy in an elite club of naval powers, granting it a level of deterrence that is recognized globally. In contrast, the TCG Anadolu represents a forced evolution born from geopolitical necessity. Following the removal of Turkey from the F-35 program, Ankara pivoted to an unmanned aerial vehicle doctrine. The Anadolu is set to host the Bayraktar TB3 and the jet-powered Kizilelma combat drones. This approach is undeniably innovative and offers a cost-effective method for projecting power, particularly in low-intensity conflicts or against adversaries lacking sophisticated air defenses. The drone swarm concept allows for persistent surveillance and saturation attacks, which can overwhelm older defense systems. However, in terms of raw kinetic power and survivability against a peer adversary, the drone wing of the Anadolu cannot compete with the F-35B. A single Lightning II possesses the situational awareness to detect and neutralize unmanned aerial vehicles long before they can enter engagement range. Therefore, while the Anadolu is a pioneer of future asymmetric warfare, the Trieste remains the undisputed master of high-intensity conventional warfare. Beyond the visible air wings, the electronic eyes and nervous system of a warship determine its survival in modern combat. This is an area where the Italian defense industry, led by Leonardo, provides the Trieste with a decisive advantage. The vessel functions as a floating fortress of data, equipped with the Kronos power shield and Kronos Starfire radars. The power shield is an active electronically scanned array radar operating in the L-band, designed for long-range surveillance and the detection of ballistic missiles. Complementing this is the X-band Starfire radar, which provides precision tracking and fire control. This integrated radar suite allows the Trieste to control the airspace over hundreds of kilometers, guiding friendly aircraft and coordinating missile defense for an entire fleet. The ship essentially acts as an airborne early warning and control node on the surface. The defensive armament of the Trieste further solidifies its status as a high-value asset capable of independent operations. It is equipped with silver vertical launch systems capable of firing Aster 15 and Aster 30 missiles, providing a defensive umbrella against supersonic missiles and aircraft. Furthermore, the inclusion of 3 OTO Militare 76mm super rapid guns with Straley's ammunition gives the ship a potent last line of defense against incoming cruise missiles. In comparison, while the TCG Anadolu is equipped with indigenous Turkish defensive systems, it relies heavily on the protective screen of escorting frigates and destroyers to survive in contested waters. The sensor suite on the Anadolu is competent, but lacks the ballistic missile tracking and strategic depth of the Leonardo systems found on the Trieste. This difference highlights the Italian doctrine of building ships that are individually survivable and capable of dominating their immediate environment through superior situational awareness. The strategic roles of these two behemoths also reflect the differing ambitions of their respective nations. The ITS Trieste is designed to be a centerpiece of NATO maritime strategy in the Mediterranean and beyond. Its massive well deck and vehicle storage areas allow it to transport the San Marco Marine Brigade, along with heavy armored vehicles and new amphibious combat vehicles. It serves a dual purpose as both a carrier strike group asset and an amphibious assault ship, capable of conducting humanitarian aid missions, disaster relief, and full-scale invasions. The doctrinal focus is on sea control, ensuring that the trade routes and energy infrastructure of the Mediterranean remain open and secure under the protection of advanced naval aviation. The capability to project the F-35B implies a readiness to engage in peer-to-peer conflict, signaling to potential adversaries that Italy possesses the political will and technical means to enforce international law. The TCG Anadolu, meanwhile, serves as a tool for power projection and diplomatic influence for Turkey. It is perfectly commanded for operations in North Africa and the Eastern Mediterranean, where Turkey seeks to expand its sphere of influence. The drone carrier concept is particularly effective for supporting proxy forces or conducting counter-terrorism operations, where the risk of losing a pilot is unacceptable. The Anadolu is an excellent solution for the specific regional challenges Turkey faces, offering a way to exert pressure without the massive financial and political cost associated with manned naval aviation. However, its inability to contest air superiority against a modern air force limits its utility in a direct conflict with a major power. It is a disruptor in the region, forcing rival navies to adapt their air defense strategies to counter small, slow, and numerous targets. But it does not displace the traditional hierarchy of naval power. Ultimately, the comparison between the ITS Trieste and the TCG Anadolu is not merely a contest of specifications, but a reflection of the industrial and strategic maturity of Italy and Turkey. The Anadolu is a commendable achievement of adaptation, turning a procurement crisis into an operational innovation. It proves that a middle power can create a localized sphere of denial using unmanned technology. However, the title of the true capital ship of the Mediterranean belongs to the ITS Trieste. It combines the raw scale of a supercarrier with the finesse of advanced Italian electronics and the lethality of fifth-generation American aviation. The Trieste does not just project power, it commands the battle space. For the Italian public and the Marina Militare, the Trieste is the physical embodiment of a navy that has successfully transitioned from a coastal defense force to a blue water navy capable of shaping global events. While the drone swarms of the Anadolu represent an interesting chapter in naval history, the multi-role dominance of the Trieste ensures that in the unpredictable waters of the enlarged Mediterranean, the ultimate arbiter of maritime security remains a vessel flying the Italian tricolor.